Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest. We are joined by Chester McLaughlin. He was, he was one of the very first on the scene at the infamous Roswell incident that happened in 1947. Chester, thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you could just kind of start from the beginning and tell us what you saw and what you encountered.
Well, I was out there on my back 40,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hoeing a row with my old mule, Bessie. And for no damn good reason, in the middle of the day, it was, by the way, she reared up like she was spooked. I went over there to punch her, and all of a sudden I heard this sonic boom. And I looked up, and sure as shit, there's a lightning ball, not a fireball, but a lightning ball. It was glowing blue, fluorescent. I mean, it's beautiful. And here it comes smacking right into the earth. And I was like, fuck me, running sideways. But right before it landed, I seen something kind of split out. Like turned out to be an ejector seat pod, escape module. So, hell, I grabbed old Bessie and we went over there to take a closer look. And it was sure as shit lodged down. I mean, it made a tunnel, impact tunnel, probably good 17 yards deep and wide. Well, I had my hoe, and that's all I had. And I went down there and I was ready. Scared a little bit, pissed myself, but not a whole lot. Anyways, I go down there and I move aside some of this wreckage. And here's this mangled little feller, dude. He's a little guy. He's in bad shape. And he looked at me and he spoke to me, but he didn't move his mouth or nothing. He spoke to me in my mind's eye with telekinesis. And he was like, hey, dude, you got to get me the fuck out of here. And I didn't even know what he was all about, why he was there, but I was like, I got to help this dude. He's in trouble. So I scraped him up and made a little carriage and towed him behind Bessie. And we went back to my house. And I gave him some saltine crackers. He didn't care for them, but you could tell, but he didn't say anything. He's very polite about it. He happened to ask if I had any motor oil. Well, I didn't have any sitting around, but I went ahead and punctured a hole and drained some out. And he went drinking that stuff. And he was laid up for a day or two, sleeping. And I left him a bowl of water there beside him. And I figured whenever he got better, he'd come to me and what have you. And I had him out in this shed. I had a little secret bomb shelter underneath it and the floor. Put them down there because, them suits, the men in blue, is what they were back then. They come poking around, asking questions. I said, I didn't even see shit.
Oh, so they came investigating your property?
Oh, yeah.
And you had the alien hidden?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
I told them it was private property, and they needed to hightail it out of there. And they did. So he got to feeling better, and I taught him how to some English and how to play poker, and he's pretty good at darts. Anyways, he's like, dude, I got to go back to the ship to get this device to help him, get in contact with people back home, come give him a jump or a tow, what have you, scoop him up. So I said, all right. So I started heading that way. Lo and behold, they got it all picked up and roped off, and man, now it's just surveillance and all kinds of bells and whistles. And I come back and like, man, look, dude, they got this stuff on lockdown. He said, well, I got this cloaking device you can borrow, because his leg was still fucked up, man. He couldn't get around. And I was like, well, I don't feel real good about this, but he reassured me. He said he'd take me back to this planet and I'd get all the alien pussy I could handle.
Wait, he told you he would take you back to his home planet?
Yep.
And he verbatim said you could have all the alien pussy you want?
Yeah, that was the terms I agreed to.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed.
Well, I got on the cloak and I was sneaking around and creeping. I made my way onto that base and I got in there and it turned out they had a couple of his buddies and they were in there interrogating them, beating the hell out of them, torturing them with feathers and all kinds of stuff.
They had more aliens?
Yeah.
How many?
I'd say about 14.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a big ship.
Yeah.
And I guess they were it was like a cruise liner type ship. They were down here just sightseeing and they hit some kind of damn space wave and it knocked them over. And but the guy I found, he actually got on one of the lifeboats. He was lucky enough to get that. But it turns out, I mean, hell, a shit ton of them got killed.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. So
what did you do inside the base when you found them torturing the others?
well, I got some information out of one of them, and I got able to get a hold of that communicating device for him, and he sent a signal back to homeland. Because they weren't able to get a mayday out before they crashed.
Mm-hmm.
So now he got them on the horn, and they're on their way back sometime here pretty quick.
Okay, so other aliens from his planet were coming to pick him and the others that were left behind back up and take them home.
Correct.
Along with you.
Right.
To get alien pussy.
That was the agreement.
So, did they ever make it to rescue?
Oh yeah, they come and got him several years back. He's bluffing.
What do you mean bluffing?
He done. Hey, I'm still here giving this interview. He done took off without me and went home. So now that's why I've come forward. See if there's any way that I could get in good with the government and go ahead to go to his planet and make him pay up on this damn thing. Because, I ain't gonna get fucked over just like that and take it.
So you never got to go to his home planet?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. Little bastard skin out on me. After I gave him food and shelter and, mended him back to health, the guy ain't worth the shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That truly is an incredible story.
Yeah. The alien owed me money.
He owed you money too?
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, about $350.
About $350?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I don't guess I ever get it. I
No.
just kind of wrote it off now, but hell.
I hear you are writing a book about your encounter.
Mm-hmm.
What's the book going to be called?
Never trust aliens.
Amazing. That truly inspirational.
Yeah. It's all based on a true story.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's factual.
You tell it so well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been a pleasure, but unfortunately, this is all the time that we have.
I did make a homemade porn with him. I'm trying to sell on eBay too. It's out there. I'm trying to go viral.
So we'd like to thank Chester for coming out and spending some time with us and sharing this amazing story. Chester, thank you.
You bet. Anytime, Danny.